Everyone, today we're going to show you how to replace the igniter on a Traeger Silverton Generation 1. These are the units that Costco sold back in about 2019. You can tell it's Generation 1 if the hopper is on the left side as shown here. Obviously, to check if your igniter is working, turn on your grill with the parts out of it and look in the firebox. If the pellets aren't igniting after about 5 minutes, then you know your igniter is bad. So it's a pretty quick fix. We'll go through the steps. First one is obviously to unplug while the grill is cool. Then to remove the fire pot by loosening the thumb screws on the four corners, as shown here. Your next step is to remove the igniter screw to detach it from the fire pot. Just use a Phillips head screwdriver. And one thing to note also is how far that igniter was in the pot. Only about 1/4 inch. You'll need to remember this for later. Next step is to remove the control panel. There's just 2 screws and a Phillips head. Once you remove those 2 screws, you're going to have to push it into the hopper. It might be a little tight pulling it out, especially if this is your first time ever opening this up, if you haven't cut the plastic cable ties that are inside the hopper that are holding all the wires together. Mine, I've already done it one time, and so it wasn't too hard, as you can see here. Your next step is to remove the 4 screws on the bottom panel of the hopper. And this will remove the bottom panel. It will still be pretty tight up against the hopper because wires, especially that big black power cord, are going to be attached to the panel, and it won't completely fall off from the hopper. Again, I have done this before where we have clipped the white cable ties, and you're going to probably want to do this, otherwise it's going to be just about impossible to get into this area I'm showing here. So once you've clipped those cable ties and gotten into the insides of your hopper, you'll see that there's 2 white braided wires. The one on the left goes to the temperature sensor, and the one on the right here, the one that I'm indicating in green, is the one you need. It is the igniter wire, and it is attached to a purple and white wire you can see as I'm holding there. You'll also notice that the temperature sensor wire has a black connector, and the igniter has a white connector, again, connected to a purple and white wire. And so this is the one you want to pull out. And I start actually trying to loosen this connector. Don't do this, just leave it where it is. Instead, just reach back in there and start pulling the igniter out from the center of the grill. And so I just pull it kind of out. It's loose, it'll come right out. There's a little hole where you have to feed it through, but it comes out very easily. And as you wait just a moment, you'll see it here. Sorry for the panel getting in the way for a moment. But once you have that out, just feed it on out between the wires. And there it is. That's the old igniter. So all we have to do now is detach this from the cable. And you'll see that this is the type of connector you have. Also notice that the purple and white wire attaches to another wire, which has a connector on the end, and that's what attaches to the actual igniter. Now here's my new igniter. I got it from Amazon for about 10 bucks. I'll link to it in the description below. Just put those connectors together pretty fast. They fit nice and perfect. Then feed it back up to the right, and you're not going to be able to see what you're doing right here from this angle, but feed it up to the right, and then what you're going to do is go around to the front of your grill and look in through the control panel as I'm doing right here. Moving the camera over to the side, and what you'll see is when you're looking in through the control panel opening, there's a hole. That's the hole you need to put the igniter through. And so that's what we're going to do right now. I'm kind of reaching my arm around, fishing it through the wires to get access to this, and then just push it through. It'll feed up to the right area. Just keep pushing it through and push it up through until the first connector goes through the hole. And so push, push, push. And here's that first connector. Just push that through the hole. It takes a little bit of wiggling, but you'll get it in there. Now, with that done, come around to the inside of the grill, reach inside the unit here and fish out that igniter. Again, we want to make sure that the tip of the igniter is only in about 1/4 of an inch past the end of the tube. So just a little bit in there, and then tighten up that screw. And reinsert it into the grill. All right, now once that's in place, just got to grab those little screws, those thumb screws, and attach them as I'm showing here. Then reattach your controller, reattach the bottom panel. Plug your unit back into the power and then test it out. And hopefully it looks something like this. And obviously here it's working, so we're happy and we're going to start grilling. Hey everybody, if this video helped you, best way to thank me is to subscribe and like. I hope this did help you. Have a great day.